to be back in the West Country. I grew up not far from here, down on the Foul Estuary. So it's great to be back on home waters in front of a home crowd, and it's always a huge motivation, isn't it, to get that extra push to try and turn it on for the home crowd and bring it home. Plymouth's quite a unique venue. It's great for SailGp because we have this sort of natural amphitheatre, if you like, up here on the Hoe, and then the breakwater tries to help keeping reasonably flat waters, which is perfect for these F50s. And I think the forecast this weekend is really going to turn it on with some good breeze. I think inevitably, when you get Brits and Aussies going at each other in sport, you're always going to get a bit of niggle, which is great. I think that's why we all compete, because we want to be racing against the best talent. And Tom and his team have been really turning it on, the end of last season and going into the beginning of this season. But that said, I think all of these teams have the ability to win events. We were training yesterday against a Danish team and they were going just fine. So I think, yes, we've got some rivalries and that's good to have that motivation, I think. But any of these teams can come out and win these events. So a long way to go in the season, I think.
We love playing up the rivalry a bit, but for us, it's another event we've got to do here, and we've got to do well. Competing against Ben and his team, and being on home waters, for sure, you just know that you're competing against the best. And so for us, we're just excited to race here again. The level of the fleet's jumped up so much, you can't focus on one boat. But yeah, for sure, it's not a nice feeling getting beaten on home waters, and in the fashion that they did it to us, I think, yeah, for sure, it's driven us to improve. Sailing's one of those sports where confidence is huge, and everyone, we keep sort of somehow managing to pull it out of the bag. Like, we can have a couple of rough races and then we sneak into a final and then are able to pull it off in the final, and that's sort of luck's gone our way a little, for sure. And the guys have also performed really well in the pressure situations. And for me, that's just really good to know that I've got a team that when the going gets tough, they're going to be there, and it's no one's going to shy away from a challenge.
I guess that's why we're here. We're best sailors in the world, but also the boats are incredibly hard to sail, really challenging, especially when it's windy. And I think when it's a bit lighter, we've proved to be a bit more competitive, and this weekend should be quite windy, so it's going to be a challenge, but we're improving a lot and it's a lot of fun.
It looks like a great forecast. It's obviously a beautiful place to sail, and we had an amazing day out there yesterday. It's going to be a really fun weekend, so just looking forward to getting out there and putting our best foot forward and continuing to improve.
Clearly, we find ourselves in a position that we're in when we started the previous season, which is at the bottom of the table. However, we did show that you can fight your way back, and we're left with absolutely no other choice now to really try and put together a few consistent regattas, climb back up the leaderboard and get ourselves back into contention.
I think any athlete needs to be confident in their ability, and we're confident in what we can do on the boat and how we sail it, and yeah, we'll always probably hold that, and I think it's a big part of the game, and yeah, we'll stick doing what we're doing. It's a pretty cool boat to be sailing out there, and especially in a place like this with flat water, it's a boat that you can really push. So if you're not pushing, you won't be finishing first.
Just have confidence on our team and just be confident on our plan. I think with this way of sailing, we will have two really good days, and that's what we are looking for. It was quite disappointing the second day in Bermuda, the first day in Chicago also. So yeah, that's the goal for Plymouth.
Yeah, we had a few fourths now, and that gets a bit frustrating when we miss out the final by that little of a margin. But we just got to keep improving, keep our head down, and keep accepting we're making too many silly mistakes that's costing us to get into the final race. And hopefully this week will be the one where we break into it. And I think once we break into it, it'll be a bit more easy dynamics on board the team, and it'll probably be easier to go into the routine after that. But for now, we still have to turn any stone and find any speed we can.
Geordie, first of all, big congratulations. You got married last weekend. I hear the honeymoon's in Plymouth.
Thank you. Yes, when we did the wedding, my teammates prepared a video saying my wife that if she marries me, she marry all of them. So yes, here we are in the honeymoon with the team. The official one will be after Copenhagen, so yes, very happy. We are really building something strong. We are moving forward and doing very big steps forward. Obviously, between events, we're learning a lot also between events, and when we come here, we put it in the water. So yes, we're happy. Obviously there's plenty to learn. I've said this from day one, and still plenty to learn now, but we are moving towards the right direction.